Hi there, welcome here to JoJo Tarot. Today, I'm going to take a look at the marriage between Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. I don't know her last name. Full disclosure, I have listened to a few things and looked at some current events of him in particular, but we're going to look at them together. And there's a lot of concern for him right now with behavior, looking erratic. Allegedly, he's making some new music. I hope he is. I really, really hope he is. He's so talented. But he's given some Britney Spears vibes with unhealed trauma. And it doesn't take much to go back and look at some of the ways he was literally handled and by women sexualized. I remember in one video I was watching and he's like, I feel violated. Well, buddy, then you are. And why people just, for a young person like that, were just very invading of his space. Wrong. And so and from a young age, being I wouldn't say raised by Usher, but he was under Usher's tutelage. That's hard. That's got to be hard. There's a lot of hard that's been in his life, and it's just unhealed stuff. And so let's take a look at it. I'm going to use this deck. This is the Hoi Polloi. It's Rider Waite, but it's a really pretty deck. So let's get after it and just see what we can find out about, don't need that card there. The Bieber's marriage, Hailey and Justin. They got married he was going back and forth with Selena. That happens. One more point to note. I really feel like he's got arrested development from not growing up normally. Oh boy, well, as I'm shuffling, I'm seeing heartbreak there. Maybe, we'll see. So she's kind of got to be the parent or the adult, maybe both. And if that's the case, that will get old. That will get old fast. All right, what can we know about Justin and Hailey Bieber? Okay. This card is peeking forward. Can mean addictions. Yes, sir. He's talked about that, having done things in the past. And this is all, for entertainment only, for allegedlys. What can we know about Justin and Hailey? It's almost there. Okay, what can we know about Justin and Hailey Bieber? What can we know about them? This marriage. What can we know about this marriage? What can we know about Justin and Hailey and this current marriage? State of the affairs. What can we know? Justin, Hailey, and their marriage. Okay, first one out. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, well, it's a slow-moving knight. She just did get money for selling her makeup line, but that's it's okay. All right, let's look on for further. Ace of Pentacles. That would be talking about this new incoming money where she sold her makeup line to Elf, and she'll still have some control, but the whole package for $1 billion. That's right. This knight. There's hope. I would say that for sure. There's hope. The World. Okay, we asked about. I'll cover her bets up. This is a card of coming into your own right, but it's also a card of endings. Like, the world is watching them too. They're on the world stage. All right, let's look forward more. Okay, well, it's been successful in the past. That's the Six of Wands. Some people would argue that point, that she pursued him, whatever. I don't care. There's some victory. So if he gets some treatment, it can be okay. But next to it is the Five of Wands. So there's problems too. So for whatever has been successful, it's balanced out with arguments, problems, troubles, the things that I think more in particular that he is doing. Okay? All right. Let's look inside. Hidden energy. Yeah, this is saying he needs to get help. Justin does. Go inward. Get away from the limelight. Don't get on videos. Really get the help that you need. Your inner wisdom is there. Your talent is still there. It can happen, but will it happen? I don't know. And we're asking about their marriage. It's not as in... I think for right now, things are okay. And if he gets that, there'll be... Right next to it was like a card of new starts. So there's some effort on that part, maybe, to do that. And from these cards, I didn't see anything saying anything about his drug usage, but I think that's in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just shuffle this briefly, take a couple of cards for him and a couple for her, and we'll see what it says. So I feel a little bit more hopeful looking at that, but I think, to be fair, she's the one that's holding it together. And when you study this stuff, it reminds me of the marriage. Well, it didn't end up well at all, with Carly Simon and James Taylor, and there's his drug usage ruined that, and they don't even speak to this day. But if you look that up, they were both really good, great rock artists. Okay, for Justin, yeah, like the Hermit, and he feels loss. Go in the mountains, and this is that card of loss, and where the loss of the childhood. He doesn't. He's got unhealed trauma. He's got it's talking to that. He gets nostalgic about the past and thinking through his youth, but he also, there's depression, I think, from his mother, on his mother's side. He can be a little nostalgic even for his 20s, like he wishes he were younger sometimes. Yeah, he's looking outward, but he's got to look inward. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna look inside. Yeah, the inner child and the health of the inner child. This is youth. The Ace of Pentacles is inside. Let's see what was right next to it. Well, if he works hard and he heals, he'll get his wishes. A healed Bieber would be making some amazing music. And there's a big part of him, I think, that knows it. It does. Whether or not this marriage will survive, right now I feel somewhat hopeful, but I don't think you need to be a great big intuitive to see that this is stressful, especially for her to keep a brave face. She does. That song, Stand By Your Man, comes into mind for her. All right, for Haley, we'll just leave it there. I'm not even going to cut them. What can we see here? Yeah, this is her. Gotta cover the bits. This is Temperance. This is in the major arcana. So she's the one that keeps the balance and the peace and everything. But there may be a price to pay for that if things don't get better. Okay. Next to it, yeah, the Hierophant. I know from a very religious background or families, I think both of them have that. And she leans into that faith. Whether she comes out and talks about that or not, she does. God, she's got 3 huge cards right here. This is the Judgment card, but I don't feel like it's judging her. I feel like there's awakening too. See how these people hear the horn of Gabriel and they wake up? She may wake up. And if there's going to be a split, I think she'll be like, boy, I've had enough. I've had enough. I need to protect the child and everything. Again, at the bottom, you see the Ace of Coins came out again. This was her selling that. She's a good business person. Her brand to Elf, her makeup brand. I don't know the name of it or anything. And also, right next to it is another ace, wanting that emotional new start. She's hanging in there for it. That's the part that I don't think we see, but she's really, really playing the long game on this. Yeah. Inside, she also has the Page of Cups. He had a page. Yeah, he had the Page of Pentacles. Hanging in there for better news, hanging in there for a better day. And I hope she keeps up with her business skills and her own pursuits in her own right, because she's talented too. Oh, I had a pair of glasses. I do that all the time. So, I mean, to summarize for their marriage, you know, it's up and down, but he's got to get the help that he needs. But they could have that new start if he goes inward and gets that treatment that is needed, wherever it may be, however it may be. Get that trauma healed. And may it be so. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I might make a short out of this. I might not. Okay. And you can always, like, fast forward me. Anyway, I'll be back again with more content before you even know it. Right? Bye.